As you can see, we have some primer on this thing. It is starting to look like a truck, and one thing that I hadn't really talked that much about is what's going on in here, the interior. So let's spin this thing around and talk about that. So for the interior, the orange hauler has these pretty nifty looking seats, and I think I'm going to use those. They fit right there. And there's another one. Kind of looks like the first drop of the Coney Island cyclone. But we might have to deal with that. As you can see, we still need something that goes in here. The orange hauler has some kind of weird dash, and it's sort of molded to the body, and you know, I don't know about that. And since we kind of have bird things going on back here, we likely gonna add some bird things in there. And so we have the dashboard from the 58 Thunderbird that is, most of it's been sent to the burn pile, and it actually fits in there pretty good. So it needs to be adjusted a little bit. So we'll have to figure out how to do that. There's going to be some deletion going on, so sit back and let's see what happens here. So basically, we just need to drop it down like that amount, and it seems to, if you look down in there, have plenty of space to drop down. When we look at the dash, it has like all of this. So I think if I just do some deleting on that, it'll just poop right in there. So what kind of deletion tool what kind of deletion tool should I use? Let's see. So yeah, you probably figured out it's gonna be that. Hopefully I have enough battery. Seems to be a common thing on this channel. Here we go. Get rid of that. We still got a little bit of work to do. We'll kind of take out next deletion tool, black stick. Okay, so 4 hours and 47 minutes later, we have the dashboard in. Not really, it was only about 11 minutes. As you can see, it's pretty close enough for government work at this point in time, but it basically fits in there, and probably have to drive some pins in it, or I don't know, something, but it's in the space it needs to go. And more importantly, kind of see like these little gaps, and you know, we're going to use this Thunderbird frame, which still fits in its little holes made, and that actually makes the gap not quite as bad when this thing really gets in here. It wants to play nice, which will make it play nice. Oop. And so you can see it just might need a little bit of work here and a little bit of work there, but I don't know, once I get glass in it, it might not be so noticeable. So I'm gonna just call that a win for right now. That the USACC build actually has a dashboard. And what's really neat about the dashboard, didn't say this, but the kit has two pieces. I think the chromium will make them better. One for the driver and one for the passenger. That, you know, kind of does, you know, bird things. So now I'm gonna put the Coney Island Cyclone seats back in, and seems like that can work, but I don't know. I kind of think that it's a little tight for people with legs, so I'm considering like zipping them off, like maybe right about there, or maybe there. What do you think? Zip them off, and then I'm thinking that one, the back one, and then kind of re-sculpting them so you sit there and you got a little bit more leg room for those tall people out there, or just overall people with legs. So what should we use to delete on the seats? Let's look around and see what we got. Yes. All right. Need some re-sculpting? We can do that. Black stick. So, as you saw, we have kind of deleted on the second hoop of the seat, and that right there, likely burn pile. So after doing that, it has some ugly in here that has to get filled. We'll probably, you know, squeeze some evergreen in there, and a little bit of not so pretty back here. We'll pretty that up. Spray some Bondo or more evergreen. So we got both seats done, and check it out. Leg room, room for floor mats, feet, I don't know. So that's a plus, but something else was kind of bothering me. So let's see what else we can do. So the Thunderbird has a console and a chrome uni-stick. It even has a chrome panel. That is all quite approved. So I've taken the part. This is what it looks like. Need a little bit of cleanup, and I'm kind of thinking it don't really fit. But I'm also thinking it has this hi-fi molded in the middle, and if I cut the dash out and delete on the hi-fi, because I mean, we got roadster pickup, wind in your hair kind of things. I might be able to make that fit. Mold it into the dash. That's going to be some tedious work. So I think that's going to be a job for the Ninja Saw. You all know this one. So let's see if that's possible. Okay, this was kind of a tedious piece of surgery. So you can see, maybe can't, I don't know. Is it gonna focus? You can see how far I cut. And the same thing over here. Oop, too far, too close. Oop. All right. So here's sort of my technique for this. I've done these two cuts. And then what I do is I'm going to do a straight cut across here and just kind of score this back and forth because it's already cut. And I call this like a score and snap. And once this is scored, I'm gonna just boop, snap that out. And that's how I do a lot of fine surgery. And then we're gonna find out if the console fits, if I gotta add more or delete on some more. I don't know. You kind of just wing it, you know, like a bird. Let's try that. So I just scored it and snapped it out. So we can test fit. Oh no, what do you know? It doesn't fit. That's okay, because I'd rather have too much than, or rather take more away than have to add it back, because adding it back is not fun. So we take out the big black stick and we sand and make it fit. 52 minutes later. Nope, it was only really about 6.5. We have, as you can see, the console just kind of snug fits right there. And it will go in. We know that the dash fits somehow. We just kind of mash it in there somehow. We've already shown that. Alright, come on. Play nice, USACC truck. There we go. That will fit in there. It's kind of popping up, but as we know, it's all just friction fit at this point. And we have our roller coaster seats. We know it'll have a windshield frame, so that's kind of getting a little custom. And it'll even have a chrome uni-stick.
Now that most of the interior parts are now accounted for, there's only one more major area that needs to be dealt with. I've shown this Thunderbird 312 before, and it's just not that exciting. So it's the next thing to unturd. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do, because I have all kinds of model car stories to tell. Thanks for watching.